illusion being sent behind lines to confuse and upset the enemy. Real one is also being sent to guard the bottom rune area as well. Meanwhile, the real one back up top. Kara doing the ward bitch duties. 80,000 still sitting on cash. I saw power trades on Viper as well. More question is, where's Time to go with his items? Is he going to go for a blink to set things up, or will he go for attrition and try and pick up something like an early pipe? I think he might just go for the attrition value, to be honest. You see Invoker still building himself there. 4-star on Likey now to push in on mid. Hand of God gets popped by Chen. This should be a pretty easy tower down. The port gets cancelled in, I think.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fog sneaks in a nice little deny there. Split goes down, gets cancelled at the last second, and so Leshrac decides, you know, not worth wasting it, nobody's going to die for it anyway.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Baron now headed back to mid, seeing if he can pick up any farm. Has got 1k in the bank. Machino's going to head over to his own jungle at the moment. Tower being pushed down to the top lane here, though. Dignitas trying to cause some trouble. Although that said, not really a whole lot happening. Painted gold down in the bottom lane, just cleaning up creep waves that get left alone. Again, having maxed out that Anchor Smash build, very, very efficient, very, very mana cost effective as well, plus also messing over your opponents with the magic reductions, and also stacks nicer with negative armor. Both teams look like they're just trying to farm up here, neither one really trying to take any kind of initiative. Of course, Quantic are definitely be very cautious, because if they make any serious mistakes, if they get into a messy game that goes wrong, then they are out of this match. Won't even get to finish the third one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See now the counter push here. Chen coming top. There's Dragonite hitting his ultimate. Gets a stun down on the twin-headed dragon. Here comes a Sunstrike. Doesn't hit anything though. Power stun there from the Universe Splitter. Does not a whole lot either. And the lightning goes through there. And there's the Flame Breath. DK brings down twin-headed dragon. There is that Chaos Meteor doing massive damage. Poor old Darkseer getting lassoed and drilled down. But Splitter, Fogged about to pay for his impotence with his life. Gets cleaned up so easily. As Tides of Time has to back up, running for his life indeed.
Middle tower is under attack.
So they trade Darkseer for 3 hero kills plus. 3 hero kills plus a tower, maybe 2 in a second. Definitely a decent trade.
Top tower is under attack.
So it looks like they will be trading for 2 towers. Jakiro is here, but he's not going to be able to do a whole lot by himself.
A healing hand.
See, a Split Earth doesn't connect. Jakiro running for his life, trying to bait them back in. Can they get a stun? Tiny's here. They do actually manage to pick up Bleak there. There's the stun as well. Can they get the damage on top of him? The Flaming Cocks are going to knock him back. Easy kill there. Not quite. Chen saves. And a Sunstrike just misses. Bleak. Skin of his teeth. Chen. Hero of the hour there. Now ganking him from behind. It looks like Batrider is looking to pick up Coral. Can he get him here? He's going to throw in the lasso as well. Invoker's here as well. Actually, lasso's on cooldown. They are just trying to run him down. I just don't think they can run him down at the moment. The Flame breaks the Chaos Meteor, getting it sent uphill though. A look at that Cold Snap doing massive damage, and the Chaos Meteor still strikes him. Gets pinned down by a Cold Snap inside the Chaos Meteor. And once you get pinned down inside the Chaos Meteor, it's pretty much game over there and then. Invoker though has finished up the 4-star at the moment. Jakiro now headed up to the top lane. He's going to be just trying to pull and stack and just generally support. Hasn't been all that active just yet. Bleak now looks like he's going for the quick BK bit, which I do not blame him. You look at that lineup, plenty of disable there. Definitely could do with an early BKB indeed. And now big stack of Ancients at the moment. Not sure how they're planning to cut their way through that. Just stacking for the hell of it. They'll figure out how to do it in a minute. They don't want to leave it too long though. If you leave the stack there for too long, your enemies tend to notice it and then clean it up themselves, and it turns into a huge gold bounty for them.
Deny.
80,000 up the top. And looks like he's just rushing the hell out of his Arcanum Scepter at the moment. Snaking though, forced back. I heard some. Oh no. So here, there we go, Batrider coming over the trees. I thought I heard him Firefly. I couldn't find him though. The Firefly though managed to pick off poor old Lestrak there. Gets picked out and singled out and gets taken down. Unfortunately, he was a little bit too far to be dead honest. I just think he wasn't expecting the Firefly to come over the cliff like that. Of course, Batrider, very, very mobile hero. See, O2000 still stacking this top lane here as it looks like.
Double damage.
Fogged has, I actually don't know what Fogged has done there. I think he's gotten himself stuck. Okay, 4 staffs his way down and immediately gets stunned by Roshan. Roshan is having none of his crap. It's stunned again. Fogged actually, and again. Fogged really coming out sick, and again! Roshan really just stomping the crap out of Fogged. Well, one more stun and he probably would have died. Okay, so that backfired horribly. Now Fogged gonna have to back off and probably heal up for a second. It looks like Korok with a DD rune now having a wide open opportunity to cause some serious damage on this tower. Another Chaos Meteor going to get used here just to cut his way through the creep. Doesn't really do a whole lot though. Panic God now going to charge in. Can he cause some trouble? No, he's just going to charge in there. Gets hit by a gush. They do try to clip the Forge Elementals, don't quite succeed at all. And now an Ice Path goes in, just misses, almost picks out Universe. Split out there, the stun from Dragon Tail as well. Sneaking throws out the Ravage, hits Korok, but gets taken out. Leshrak goes down as well though, that Ravage does clean him up. Invoker also causing some damage in that fight as well. The BKB from, looks like Bleak, just shielding himself up. Surge, they're going to try and get in position, going to try and get a stun in if he can get the Dragon Tail, and there it is. Fog getting called out about that. Ice Path to cover him though, Dragon vs Dragon. Dragon on Dragon action. Mid tower that gets drilled down. Painted Gold though, working on, has only about it's about 600, 700 gold away from picking up, as I hear a Sunstrike just checking out the Roshan pit. He's about 600, 700 gold away from picking up his Pipe of Insight, and it looks like the Radiant side now are looking to do Roshan. They've got a ward up in the lane to keep themselves spotted up here, but they don't have anything to check this out at the moment, which could be somewhat dangerous. I think they decided, you know what, not worth it, and they're just backing out right now. And it looks like they... Oh, okay, this is what they were waiting for. They're waiting for Tiny and his Cleaver. And Alacrity, this is what they wanted. Ice Path is what's to get the little ones there. And they're going to have Tidehunter tank. Tidehunter, they're taking a lot of damage there. And actually, this is really effective. Tiny doing some serious damage to these stacks as well. Too easy for him to clean up, especially once he gets that. Just chew through it. Okay, then. Definitely one way now. See the Invis rune there from Dragonite, scouting things out. Looks like they're going to try and take out Fog. Fog's about to eat a stun to the face. There we go. Eats a stun to the face. The ult there from Viper. Going to slow down Fog though. Can he pop? Just goes in the Ghost Walk. Do they have any counter Invis tech? Doesn't look like it, and he will be able to walk away here. And they're just spreading out looking for him. Can't quite find him though. As the Universe has found him again, it's probably going to ping, you know, he's over here, guys. Nobody has any dust at all, apparently.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Batrider though with a blink, and we saw it is pretty much the core item for him. We saw how effective he was last match with the initiation, just isolating and picking off heroes. Now he's going to Firefly his way up here, looking. He's probably just going to pop down and just check out the Roshan pit. There we go. Sees it's just fine, nobody in there.
Has been denied.
There's a smoke up though. It looks like they are going to pick off Snaking. Snaking gets dragged back. There's the ult again from Korok. He has gone for the Argon Scepter build. Just going to chew on Snaking there. We're going to check the gold shard as well. It is very even at the moment. The Shrek edicting up. Not really necessary there, but it is very, very close indeed. Experience-wise, also very close. Just about, well, not even, I take that back. It is about a 7.5k advantage there to the die, but the gold shard though, only 2k. It's not that far. The Radiant do have a small advantage, but not that much. Tidehunter though, just about to hit, 6 experience away from level 11. Getting that level 2 Ravage, of course, a much bigger deal in fights that way. 2000, wow, he is going to hit like a truck though. With Alacrity, it seems to be the trick that they're looking for at the moment. Just throw Alacrity on 2000 to cause a whole ton of damage. And now the fire flame break goes in, and there's the pause, strategic pause. It looks like Tidehunter. Okay, apparently Sneaking, his PC is frozen, has to reconnect. Looks like they're going to get this tower nice and easy, although there is some defense being mustered. And Tiny also picking up a Yasha. Okay, then might actually be seeing a Mantis-style Tiny or something. Fog currently sitting on. He's only managed to pick up his 4-star. 1,500 gold in the bank though. Tiny 156 CS at the moment. For just about 20 minutes in, that's a really, really strong farm from Tiny. And he's managed to pull quite far ahead of Viper. Viper was actually going toe-to-toe from him, although you've got to keep in mind though, Bleak is also farming fairly well. 112 CS at 20 minutes is nothing to scoff at. Definitely wants to ramp it up a little bit, but it's still not that bad at all. Let's check how many times people have died at the moment. Actually, press Q there. There we go. Bring that up. It's 3-1 for an Invoker, and then both teams fairly even at the moment. You see that GPM, Tiny definitely getting ahead. There we go, they're ready to go. Okay, so this tower should probably drop. I don't think they've got enough defense being mustered. Tiny, although they smoke up and then immediately head back to mid. Just going to swing around, also catching the Tiny there as well. Looks like they're just going to rush into mid and try and bust that down in a second while nobody responds. Just trade tower for tower. Of course, the second tier is a little bit more valuable, but there come the ports in, and then maybe they'll expect this Tiny going to charge in here. Maybe going to change his mind. It looks like the surge up there, so it looks like they're going to try and pick up Barrow. Barrow possibly regretting this. Deafening Blast goes through, does manage to grab Painted Gold, tries to drag up the cliff, doesn't quite manage to get him the whole way up. A stun from Leshrac does not land. Flame Breath up the hill as well, finds nothing. And Tiny actually changed his mind completely. Looks like he's just going to try and kill all of Chen's creep there. Tight of time, 700 gold in the bank, still farming away to his next item. Just wondering what he's going to go for. Might actually just get the drums there for his team. I don't think anybody else has picked them up. As we see a mech being worked on there by Tidehunter. Actually, that might actually be getting turned into a pipe. See if anybody else has got the mech. No, okay, it could be a mech, could be a pipe. We'll see. Dux is still in the mid though. Has finished up his own pipe. She's definitely going to be helpful. You look at that line, plenty of magical damage. Dignitas though, this Tiny build is definitely interesting. I'm just wondering what he's going to go for next, whether he'll go for a full Manta style or not. And this cleave is allowing him to farm really, really quickly. The question is, will he go for his third level ult just yet, or will he just keep it like this for now, just to help him farm a little bit quicker? Painted Gold currently sitting on only 300, unless that's another item from getting popped out. No, it's just waters coming out right now. Meanwhile, Dragonite still farming. Has got 2.6k in the bank. Might go for a damage or an attack speed item next. We'll see. He's already got his BKB, which he definitely needs. That said, a couple of these heroes like Leshrac could really do with one as well. Viper also wouldn't hurt. Looks like he's building one right now. Lightning being spread out there. Chen actually using the wild can harass. And Tiny just still farming up a storm up in his own lane. The 600 plus GPM. About to hit 200 CS as well. Smoke gank here from the Radiant side. Where are they going to try and swing through here? Maybe they're just hoping someone... I think they might just be hoping someone's going to come close. They might actually need to swing it through the jungle though. Look for trouble. Korok. Going to let Dragonite lead the way, as again they need to pause. Alright then. Looking at the farm though, Tiny is getting completely out of control. So I guess Tiny definitely becoming quite popular, and he has gone straight to the level 16, so this is going to slow him down a little bit more, but of course the damage he gets out of it is quite significant. And Fogged is now back once again. Fogged 95 CS, not fantastic. Not he's falling a little bit behind. Looks like he's going for a Hex next. Not bothering with any drums like. Those 4 Elementals though, getting leveled up. Nearly getting close to getting maxed out at the moment. That smoke being used, the dust rather, being used to get into the enemy jungle. They decide to place a wall with it, find nothing, and then we'll back off to mid, continue pushing and farming that. Meanwhile though, a bit of a group up there from Dignitas on their own bottom lane. Now it looks like, looks like Quantic, they've got their eyes set on mid. They want to try and make this happen. Do we have a port there on Tiny? Tiny does have a port. He's got a Crystallis as well. He's going for crits. He's looking for those big hits at the moment. And then we pipe up there for the Dice, for the Radiant side. They actually managed to miss Viper somehow. Doesn't manage to pick him up. The Cold Snap down in the universe. Can they bring him down? The slow there on Bleak. Surged away though. Cold Snap still doing a lot of damage. The Tornado being used, and there we go. They're just going to stop that with an Ice Path. Cleaning up Chen's creep as well. Bleak needs to be quite careful to get too close, and he has actually finished up a Maelstrom there. Looks like he will be going for the Mjolnir build.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It looks like they've changed their mind. They will back off. I think they just realised, Chen's got no creep. They are going to back up there. And Mechanism being finished up by Chen, as well as... Let's see what the Dire have got. Have they picked up their own Mechanism? Jakiro is very light on items, has been doing the majority of the support work. Tynant is still being left to farm. I think, pretty sure he's going towards a pipe at the moment. There we go. The wall of Rapid gets put down. So's a vacuum as well, causing some serious damage, as it looks like Universe being used to getting chased off there. Dragonite, though, going to town on Fog. He's doing serious damage. Pops his BKB. There's a Ravage, though, catching Bleak anyway. Gets hit there by the Flame Ray. Gets knocked in the Firefly. Gets taken out. And a buyback there from Tiny, who did get focused down. Gets straight back into the fray. There's Korok now running for his life, being slowed down by Batrider though. Chen is going to save him, send him home, gets teleported out. Flamebreak coming in, knocks Chen forwards in fact, doesn't quite kill him. Chen says thank you very much and continues running the Batrider now, blinks in, throws down the slows. Split Earth coming in, they get the gush down, Chen gets dropped. And Tiny probably not even mad about that death, he's got plenty of spare cash in with that buyback. To another 1k already despite buying back. In fact, how much did it cost him? About 800, 900 gold there. There we go, Roshan being done. It looks like mass pings there. I think they know what they're up to. Must have guessed. Mech being popped there by the Dire's side. Should be able to clean this up and to see how angry Roshan can get. Can he get angry enough to kill Snaking? We'll see. Now the Radiant side, though, they're going to try and move in and counter gank here. Not going to happen, though. Tiny grabs the Aegis there. He's also got another 1300 gold in the bank. Critting for about 600 at the moment. Still hasn't finished off the data list yet. And again, another run on mid here. Looks like Quantic aren't indeed getting aggressive. Sunstrike coming in, going to do a lot of damage here as they're going to try and use the Forge Elementals to take out Universe. Not going to be quite fast enough for them to manage it. Just Invoker being annoying from all the way back in base. Dragonite finds himself in Illusion. It looks like Tiny will be finishing off the data list in just a bit. Has got another 2600 gold. Just needs the recipe now. Bleak though 2500. Let's have a look at the GPM at the graph chart at the moment. The gold is now favouring the Dire side. 1500 gold advantage. The experience though also in their favour. Still 12k plus experience lead, and it's definitely going to be quite painful. Tiny's still. I think Tiny's going to hold on to money for buybacks as well, although he could afford to not to. Just because he does have the Aegis if necessary for the first one round. Chen still a little light on creep. I think he's suffering a bit as they start nuking them down every time with steal there from Tiny. It's been sniping them a few times as well. The Blink Dagger there. Oh shit, a Blink Dagger for Batrider. He's still working on the BKB as well. He's had the Blink Dagger for quite some time. We're seeing him initiate very nicely with it. Tynant, on the other hand, still feeling a little bit poor. I think, yes, he is feeling very poor. He had a little bit of money before, but he seems to have lost it. Has gone for Arcane Boots and Mechanism as well as now it looks like he might be working towards a pipe. Would definitely suit his lineup quite nicely. Universe. It's going to farm the jungle a little bit. I honestly thought Tiny was going to be more aggressive in this, but he's been very passive, just mostly focused on farming. He's currently on 2-2 and 1. I guess ganks have backfired a little bit, and he has to make sure he keeps up on that farm. Just wondering if Dragonite's going for the full Maelstrom, for the full Mjolnir, if he'll just sit on a Maelstrom or not. 2000 has indeed. He's gone for the Manta style using his Yasha there to grab that. Probably gonna. It's gonna help him out quite a bit having that defensive tech there. Although at the same time, I think he probably could do with the BKB as well, just because, well, he's likely to get shut. If he gets out of two controllers too much, they're likely just to start trying to disable him down. Also, it's going to help him from being kited in the middle of a fight by the Viper. Viper, of course, very frustrating. tower down in mid as well, as it looks like they get the slow on top of Batrider. The ultimate there from Viper. Stuns guy on Shen Creep. Going to try and clean them up. Vacuum forwards through the wall of Replica. Wall of Replica. Look at those crits from the Wall of Replica on Snakey. And of course, those illusions do nearly 100% damage. Don't want to get critted by them indeed. Diaside immediately going to back up here. Downsides to still 500 crits, as it looks like he should have. Just wondering if he's getting a full dayless or not. Pushing top at the moment. Let's check the GPMs once again. Still favouring the Dire. 3k advantage there. So see the the graphs somewhat. You can drop back a little bit. It's only 13,500 now. Clean it up nice and easy. Tiny looks like he's building a 4-star for himself just to help himself get a little bit closer to these fights and his Ravage a little bit better. Batrider though finishing up. Here, Sunstrike, and he's checking. Nope, not checking Roshan. Not sure where it was going. In the bank there for Blink. Not sure what he's going for though. Tiny still keeping his money there. 2,300, 2,400 in cash. He's definitely quite rich at the moment indeed. Looks like he's getting quite bold. He's definitely pushing into the enemy side of the territory. Not much in terms of backup or support. Left to his own device. It's just not trying to shut down on him at all. He's just not used to this, the amount of farm that he's getting at the moment. They just don't want to come anywhere near him. I think it's completely reliant on Viper as well as Dragonite to be able to try and shut him down. Tiny though does need a BKB. Somewhat similar, that really could have faked him in fact. Rotation is to top now. They are just going to try and hold that off. As Chen has managed to disconnect from the game, and Invoker actually going to pause from there. So really taking the time. Tiny also just sitting on cash after cash pile after cash pile. Really does not want to get committed with these items just yet. And his Aegis has disappeared as well. Roshan has nicked that back in a second. Invoker Fog just picking up his pace on the Ancient Crypt. He's 400 GPM, which is a pretty damn good GPM in the mid game. It's not too bad. 400 plus is definitely something to be aspired to by a lot of players. But at the same time, Tiny is just in a league of his own at the moment. 648. The question is, how much does he need to make that, to make him viable, even close to viable? That is the question. There's nobody here to defend against him either. Oh, we paused at the moment. Alright, Loves is saying go. Fog is saying that he's back. Everybody taking their time here. Okay, no, wait a minute. That might be from the previous one. Lust said go. Lust is actually not here still. Still DC'd. It's definitely unfortunate. Just check the items at the moment as well. Okay, so we got Painted Gold has picked up a Vitality Booster. Definitely a pretty common item for him. Just to help him bulk up just a little bit. We see BKBs on both Bleak as well as Korok. Chen on the other hand, stock standard stuff. Universe is also pretty normal for supporting the track as well. Now compare that to the Tides farm though. Fogged has a Hex, Blink Dagger on Tides, 8000 has a lot of items there. Snaking, the Mechanism as well as the Arcane Boots. And the only person who doesn't really have Squat is Way Too Sexy. Apparently the jump is... Apparently everywhere they're pausing for the jump. I actually wouldn't be... It wouldn't surprise me too much if someone buggered off to go and watch the jump. I would love to do that right now, but I cannot, as we have to sit here and wait for Lust to get back. I'm definitely... This lineup is so damn good at the moment. Just the amount of stun disable that Dignitas have, plus the initiation value that they've got as well. I just don't think... I just don't really know if Quantic have the ability to deal with it. They just do need to be careful though. Dignitas do need to be careful that Tiny doesn't walk through those wall of replicas just because they pop out illusions of him that do a ridiculous amount of damage. Apparently Lust really AFK here. Apparently his net is terrible. Which, alright then. Well, you know what? I might just actually use this pause to take advantage of this and grab... No, I won't. I'll sit here. Be professional. This caster is on drugs. I'm not on drugs, said Carman. Not normally. Not illegal drugs. I want legal drugs. I suppose caffeine is technically a drug. Shoot up on caffeine? No. Ingest way too much of it though. I want to see that turn off. I want to see this Crystallis turn into a full Daedalus just because the amount of damage it's going to cause is going to be disgusting. The crits are going to be huge. Now Chen is back. There we go. Lust is back in. Let's get this rolling. Is crap internet and PC required to be a pro? Always pause it. I don't know, Doug. There we go. Okay. Pig is saying ready. Dignitas also ready. I'm just going to clean up in the middle. Look at that. Oh, he's just like, about to be ganked maybe. Just runs for it. He's going to head up top, continue farming that. Where were they? The illusions, though, are going to push that quite easily by themselves, it seems. I don't think he's getting ready to take out the next set of them. Karok, though, finds himself. There we go. He's picked up the Demon Edge. He will be going for the full Daedalus now. In fact, almost has enough for the recipe on top of it. So Tiny is about to start hitting huge. Let's see these crits get rolled out in a second. But now they're going to try and pick off poor old Snaky. Snaky is in a fair amount of trouble. Surges up in a few seconds. Immediately tries to teleport out. Gets vacuumed back. Is about to eat a Dragon Tail to the face. Oh no, not doesn't even. She already has, but the cracked shell purged it off. But they even used the pipe. That was a little bit of overkill there. Didn't really want to waste that. Now they can't really push in with the pipe. Can't really take advantage of that 40-second downtime on the Titan. No Ravage that they'd have to worry about, but as it is,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
now they're not going to have the pipe for this push. At least they have the mechanism still. Chen should be carrying it. Yes, Chen is indeed carrying that. Tiny's speed currently, wow, he's definitely moving quite quickly. And there we go, Daedalus is done and dusted on Tiny. Needs to get back to this top tower though. It doesn't have a TP. Possibly a little bit of a silly choice there, not having that TP. Reliant here on Firefly to hold him off. A lot of damage there on the Universe. The Shrek as he gets hit by a tornado there as well. Tiny now just going to charge, not in. Changes his mind, decides not to go in. A lot of Chen just restocking on creep, but looks like he's going to get that Cabal Taskmaster to help speed him up.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I think Titan's getting ready to Firefly and check things out in a second, using his flying vision. Yep, checking things out, finds nothing up here. So it looks like teleports out, and it looks like Quantic are going to be abandoning this push. Gold, yeah, easy farm there for him. It's just not a whole lot happening. This is full on Chinese Dota at the moment, full on farm fest. Full on farm fest. Invoker now trying to get himself an Argon set. Definitely wants that. Dropping the cooldown to I think 2 seconds from 5 on his invocation is definitely always viable. And also the nice stats Invoker can always use, just beefing him up a little bit as well is always fantastic. And he already has it. Of course, he already has his 4 stuff as well as his Hex, so he doesn't really need a whole lot more. Tiny just popping illusions and running for it, letting them do their own thing. There we go, 1k crits at the moment. Tiny pops out this 1k crits. He's just going to melt, completely melt the opposition. Although, except for Dragonite, he's got a lot of armor, so he might just not care too much about them. Dragonite appears to be building an Assault Curious. Tidehunter buying up something as well. Again, he's actually going to pick up the Purge creep, which is an interesting choice. I think this is mostly just a Purge Tiny, should he have Alacrity thrown on him. Now they're looking for the next Aegis. They should be able to find it. They should be able to clean it up pretty quickly, although it looks like they are motioning they're likely to be over there. Of course, these wards spotting up their movements. Looks like that said, not enough Radiant members are getting ready to counter-attack here. Of course, we've got everybody here except for Viper, who's busy off in his own world up there. And this will be a very easy Roshan kill there for Dignitas. They're going to give that to Tiny. Obviously, he's been causing a lot of trouble with it. He's been causing a lot of trouble this game all round, so he's just makes sense to give him that Aegis, because if he dies, he gets back up and smacks someone with that tree, indeed. So Dignitas now are ready to make their move. This is, you know what, I finished farming, time to make my move. The data list is done. Can he make something happen? There's the Alacrity as well. Do they still have that Purge creep with them? I don't know. The tower is definitely quite vulnerable. Never mind, everybody's running away. Alright then. That's what I love to see. Didn't sure what happened at all. Everybody's bugged out all of a sudden. There we go. Okay, they might have been waiting for that BKB. I saw Tiny just buy one then, and he will need that, I guess, to help deal with the whole kiting issue. Definitely will help out. Viper now busy building himself. What I assume to be a butterfly has picked up an eagle song. There with his item, and there we go. It does come out. There's the BKB for Tiny. I think they're ready to push now. One would hope getting ready to push, but there is a smoke gang coming from the rear. Looks like they're going out, going to town. No stuns letting him Dragonite though. The BKB is enough to keep him alive. There's a tornado through. Ravage pops out, hits 3 heroes. Great macro fire along with the fire from the Firefly as well. So much damage. Karok now in a lot of trouble. There's the Alacrity on Invoker. Throws down an ice wall as well. Doesn't do a whole lot. The ice wall barely slowing it, but the ice path on the other hand. And it looks like everybody except the Shrek gets cleaned up. No questions asked. GG is called. Oh wow, okay. They call the GG. I think they just realized, holy crap, the damage that IA2 is doing right now is just ridiculous. And as well as the fact that they didn't really... I don't know, Viper is honestly not the best of carries, to be honest. To be completely honest, he's sort of a mid-game ganker, and they didn't really do a whole lot of ganking with him. See, 7 and 13, over 38 minutes, is a very slow, passive game. Just gonna wait for this to tick over, and then we'll move on. But guys, this has been the Premier League Season 3, that is game, set, match. Dignitas winning, and this is, quick trivia, this is the first 2-0 series that we've had. In fact, every series before this has been 2-1. So this time, unfortunately, Quantic getting taken out. Dignitas are now sitting on 2 points, taking them up to on par with Empire. So guys, stick around. We do have another game coming up in just a second, and if you want to find out about all the